Story from Hollywood Reporter. Judge agrees to end Paramount consent decrees. So this is what it means. Gone are decades-old restrictions, according to Hollywood Reporter, on how studios package movies for theaters, plus an end to ban on vertical integration. A federal judge addressed the possibility that a major studio would merge with a major theatrical chain. So this is important. When we've heard the type of stories where AMC theaters, the possibility that an Amazon might want to buy the theater chain out and brand the theaters themselves. Back in the day, Paramount Pictures actually had their own theaters. And then those theaters would run their own theaters. Like they would run their own movies exclusively there. And that's therefore the name of the Paramount consent decrees. Now, they've been in effect since the late 1940s when the government pursued a major antitrust action against film studios. At the time, they were vertically aligned with national theater chains. As a result of the U.S. Supreme Court's landmark 1948 decision in United States versus Paramount Pictures, the studios had to divest themselves of their exhibition holdings. A court-approved settlement then established rules governing the licensing relationship between certain studios, such as Paramount and Warner Brothers, and theater owners. So you could have the movies, but you couldn't just own outright movie houses to run your theaters at. They wanted to have that so it wasn't a full monopoly of the whole market, because then if you have a movie theater in one place at that time and you only had two screens, and if it's only Paramount Pictures running the movies, then what about Warner Brothers or RKO or whatever it was at a time? Certain movies would get locked out. Now you have a free reign of what movies can go ahead and be shown. That was what's going on. But now we have movieplexes, so that might have just changed. It's been a long time since of where we are at now. So U.S. District Court Judge Annalisa Torres, she agrees with the government that times have changed, so must the rules. Quote, given this changing marketplace, the court finds it's unlikely that the remaining defendants would collude to once again limit their film distribution to a select group of theaters in the absence of the decrees, and finds, therefore, the termination is in the public interest. So this could open the door to an Amazon coming in and buying AMC theaters. Just a thought. As for the possibility that terminating the ban on vertical integration will allow major movie studios to merge with large national theater circuits, the judge notes that the restrictions have never applied to certain studios like Disney, and adds, quote, the court finds it changes the antitrust administration, in particular the HSR Act, which provides federal antitrust agencies with notice and the opportunity to evaluate the competitive significance of any major transaction between a movie distributor and a theater circuit, which suggests a low likelihood of potential future violation. More, the order says, quote, in today's landscape, although there may be some geographic areas with only a single one-screen theater, most markets have multiple movie theaters with multiple screens simultaneously showing multiple movies from multiple distributors. There are also many other distribution platforms like television, the internet, and DVDs that did not exist in the 30s and 40s. With all these changes, there's less danger in a block booking licensing agreement that would create a barrier to entry that would foreclose independent movie distributors from sufficient access to the market. So here's the thing. The value that could come from this is if an AMC wanted to get bought out by Amazon because they're in tough financial dire straits, even though they've kind of made themselves some room after the pandemic to get themselves back on board. If a Disney wanted to buy movie theaters out, if, if Netflix wanted to buy movie theaters, who knows? If there was somebody else, or Fox, they wanted to buy their own movie theaters, they could do that. And if they did, then they could run movies and they could brand all their merchandise and they could do a full setup for themselves to run merchandise, to be almost like their own theme park. They have all these different theme things going on in the theater that will be right in your backyard. It couldn't be a bad thing, but we'll keep an eye on it. And until the next one on our podcasting room, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this content for yours truly, King of Podcasts. You'll see in the description how you can actually help support the program, and I'll talk to you next time.